Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nancy, our treasure hunt,
Rebecca, touched by yarn.
and welcome
I
to the
am going
G.
to be finishing a hat tonight.
Yes,
The
Rebecca's
reason,
going to show you what
the
she's
reason,
been doing.
the reason we're going live on Nancy's channel tonight instead of mine is because I don't have Restream yet, but I will. And I wanted to be able to show you guys how I got a hat here that I finished that gets pulled inside out, where you can change it. And this one that I made here is the same yarn that's there, but I doubled it. I put two of them together. So we're going to be able to show you how this is done. Is there anyone in here besides us?
No, that's okay. But,
It's okay.
yes, right. So, I'm going to show y'all what I've been working on. So, real quick, before Rebecca starts. All right, so there's one, two. All right, this is the back panel. And yeah, I made it big, though I didn't think I did. That's one panel. Here's another panel.
And Heather at Milk and Honey
Hey,
Heritage
Heather.
Farms has come in.
Here's the other
And,
panel
and
and
Green Doe has come in. And
one
Nightbot
more.
has come in.
So it's going to be a sweater. So you do the back panel first, and then you do like the front section here, and then the front section, and you do a sleeve, and do your sleeve, and then you sew it together. So I've got one more sleeve to make, and I didn't think I was making going to be doing the 4X size for some reason, and I ended up doing that. But that's because I think if I was thinking if I'm gonna wash it, if it shrinks, I'll still have so it won't be too bad. And then, of course, if you have a long sleeve shirt on or a thicker shirt on or something other, you still have room in it. So hi Heather Hunting though. So that's what my project's been working on, and I'm trying to get this done before I go on vacation, so I will have it. And I'm just like, so my little fingers have been going to town.
She leaped up on my leg and startled me.
Oh, look at the kitty. So thank you for coming in. And Rebecca is going to be showing us tonight how she finishes off her hats and everything. And then, no.
So, as you can see here, we're going to make a smaller end so we can show this a little easier. Nancy will get that done. And what this does, let me go here. Because when I make the scrubbies, I do a certain thing. Okay, there we go. I'll figure out where I need to be. When I do the scrubbies on the loom, I put the yarn on the peg. Hi, Ace. I put the yarn on the peg and then I wrap behind and then in front. So I'm going to bring this over just a little bit. So you put it on this peg here, and then you wrap behind, and then you go in front and behind all the way around. And that gives you the capabilities of being able to pull this together, to gather this. You see how it's gathering together right now? Then what I end up doing is doing that. I'll bring it under here. Then I'm going to open this up just a little bit, and I'm going to put this yarn down through here because I have to tie the top and the bottom together. So I'm just going to do a little magic trick here and put that down in there. There we go. Now, this is what I'm going to do now. Now, you see these stitch markers here? When I get 25 rows, because I do 100 on this, is I put a stitch marker at number 25. So now I'm going to put those in my yarn bowl. going to take this one off because I've already got the 100, well, almost 100 rows on this one. This one's now going to come off here. These are my nice little pink, plastic stitch markers. So now I'm going to turn this around here so you guys can watch me take the last row off of here. Let me pull this back, the desk. Now let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook and bring it over. Let's see here. I guess we'll do it that way. So you basically catch that stitch and you pull it over. And you just do that all the way around. I hope you guys can really see this really good. There we go. So I'm going to just go here and pull it over. I got Gigi laying on the desk over there. I was really surprised that she's doing that. But you see how that just goes right behind there? Then I'll be showing you how I take the hat off. Let me just keep moving this around. There. Ooh, I just figured it out. You hook, you pull it over. Hook, pull it over. Look what I did, Nancy.
I see that.
I figured it out.
Awesome.
It's just figuring out what do you got to do, because this is the first time I've ever done this. Hi, Lori.
You are
Everybody gets the perspective of what I have to do. Now, sometimes I'll go this way because you see there's a hole here. You see what happened? Going this way is sometimes better. And I just hook that over and put it over. Now I don't need that there. Pop that off. I think I figured out how to now do this. It's just getting in the rhythm. Okay, now that's done. Now I'm going to push those all down. And I'm going to take off each one of those rows. So you see this, you end up doing that, and then I'm going to put that on there, be able to bring this up here, and now it's time to take the hat off. That's getting a little bit fuzzy there, so I'll leave it sitting down. And then you just pull that stitch off, and you just keep going around until you take off every single one of these. And see, I kind of pull back on it, keep it tight there. And there's that one. Let's see here. There we go. It does kind of get a little fuzzy, doesn't it?
Just a little bit, but you're doing all right. Yeah, I didn't tech issues, and then I was trying to figure out how to put the ticker on there, and I was like, forget it. So if you type Stuffy, it'll drop your link. But Ace is doing a great job.
She is.
Dropping people's links. I know Heather has a channel. Lori has a channel. Ace, do you have a channel?
I know it's making it kind of fuzzy because I'm moving it around. You just go all the way around. Once I get done with this, I'm going to show you guys how I start a new hat because I have more of this yarn over in my yarn bowl. So I can show how it's put on. All these hats will be going with me to Tin Killer. So you just pull that up.
Great job. Oh, nice.
This is a little bit harder because it's going away from me. Let me see if I can turn it towards me and still let you guys see what I'm doing. Okay. Do that. Let's move that under there. There we go.
Thank you, Jane.
How does that look? Does that look better?
That looks good like that too.
Okay.
It's on subscriber mode only, so they have to wait 5 minutes to be a subscriber if they want to troll the channel. So hey, I'm all for kicking them out.
Trying to learn to do this a new way makes me go a little bit slower, but that is okay.
Yeah, we had to turn our AC on today. It got kind of warm. Like I said, it stays warm upstairs and cool down here. I don't mind. Hey, off-grid world, how you doing?
Hi, off-grid. Linda Schaffel?
Linda Schaffels, awesome.
Did
Good.
I say that correctly?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
I think so. I think
yeah. Over and shook.
Apples. Woohoo.
This loom is smaller than the purple one, but I'm pretty sure because of the way this hat's made, it should fit adults' heads. See how much more I have here? Not very much now.
That's good, off-grid world. Yeah, just take your time. Your strength will come back. It's a day-to-day process. Oh, thank you, Linda. That's okay. I understand about odd names.
Now to pull this up here. Take this out of the way for now. Okay. So what's going to happen now?
Go back towards the middle.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to pull this like this. I don't have my regular scissors, but I have these.
Ooh, fancy, fancy.
So this is what's got to happen. I'm going to
go back towards the middle.
Okay.
There you go.
What I got to do is I've got to put this in here. No, wait a minute. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back to this other side, and I'm going to put my hand. I'm going to open this up a little bit because I've got that long string there. And what I've got to do is turn this where this part is going to be. Taking that string that I have over here, and I'm going to catch it.
Hey, Yoda.
Now, come on, come off my hand now. Now to pull my hand out of here. And what's going to happen is this head's going to go in half. Now I've got to pull this all the way up here.
Go back towards the middle.
Yep, there we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, there's that. There's that. I'm trying to bring, see this? Now this is together. I'm going to pull it up here just a little bit more so I can make sure that this is, see how that's gotten tight there? Now I got to find this side. What I do here is, you see this here? I bring this inside of here and I keep pulling. This is the only one that I change how I end up tying these, is because you want to get that last stitch together. And then what ends up happening is I tie this like this, and I tie it again. What will end up happening is I will shorten these, and I will take a needle, and it's going to be just in between these two layers down in here. Now you guys get to see. Go ahead and make me big. I'm just going to leave these. I'm going to probably cut that one off at that. Okay. I'm just going to cut this. See the length of this kind of gets wasted, which now, so what ends up happening, what I did with this one, you can see this yarn is exactly the same way as this yarn, because you can see that green, and that green is the same. This one I did as a single strand, which made it a lot looser. Now wait until you see the other side of this. You can change it either way on this one. See, it's got that green.
What? Let me pull you over here.
Okay. See, it's got that kind of a, what do I call that? Moss green.
Yeah, moss green. I don't know about olive green.
OG, maybe the OG green.
It's still down.
You can turn this the other way so you can get this other green color. And these are see the shades of colors of this one? Absolutely just stunning. And then you've of course got this charcoal down here.
Hi, Sue.
This one is just a single strand, and as you can see how it's much more flimsy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still going to be. I'm pretty sure this is still going to be pretty warm. Thank you, Jane Doe. The thing that is this one's a little bit, as you can see, this one's thicker, and then you take a look at this one, and it's much thinner. But I have a feeling this hat's still going to be warm. Now we're just going to turn this the other way so you guys can see what it looks like when you turn it the other way.
I told Rebecca it makes me think of a pumpkin.
Now you can see on this, as I bring these balls over here, these balls of yarn over here. This is the yarn that made both of these hats. All those, if you look in here, you'll see that charcoal color. And what I'm going to end up doing is there is enough yarn on both of these that I'll be able to make another hat, which is going to be so different.
Thank you, Jane.
Than what this one is. But this one, of course, as you can see, is a little bit, and you see how wide that can get? And then you'll just fold this up to making your beanie.
Yeah, if you type weather, put weather, then your zip code, it'll drop your weather wherever you're at. As opposed to, we'll see if night. There we go. Night bite is.
So
night bot is working.
Now, Nancy, do we want to go back to that other?
Yes, we can.
Because I'm about to show you how to put it on here. That's what. Because I've got those 2 balls of yarn over there. I can do this. So what I'm going to do is I just put this around my finger, and then I just make a loop. That's how I do it. Then I'm going to put it on here. Now, this is one thing that I do is this string. Let me get that tightened a little bit on there. Okay, come on. Go ahead and get on there. And I pulled out a little taunt. I am going to put this string behind and put my finger on it and hold that. So then when you go like this is how the drawstring happens, is you're going to just weave, like doing weave pulls. You're just going to weave back and forth. Now, on these looms, you have to have an even number of pegs. It cannot be an odd because of how this wraps around here. You have to make sure that it's even number. You see how I'm trying to stay as loose as I can? Because when you see, now I'm back to that one. Okay, here we go. Then now I'm going to E-wrap every single one of these now. Let me move that way. There we go.
Yes, it is neat to watch.
When I was up on Lori's Prepping for Heaven, I was able to find out that I clicked on this plus sign on her thing, and I found out that we could bring a camera up without having to go to the StreamYard and pay for it.
Yeah, on the other one that I was using, the EVMUX, you have to pay for the next one up to bring a camera. With Restream, you can that's part of their free feature. So
now
each one has an advantage.
This this is what I end up doing is I put my thumb here. I bring the lead. I'm trying to give this. You see how I brought this lead over to the peg, and then I do that. And you see how that gives that knot? Because what ends up happening when you don't wrap this all the way around and put it here, your stitches will come undone, or they'll come undone. So I always put it on that peg. Now, what's going to happen with the ones where there is nothing in front? You're going to do the ones that are in front. The other ones will be done the next time you come around. So this is number one row. This is the row that gives you that drawstring. There we go.
There you go.
So that you're able to close it up at the top and the bottom. Of course, I'm definitely not going to be finishing this tonight because it's 100 rows on this. And what I end up doing is this first one, and then the next row that I do, I will count 12, which is half of 24. Now we just push these down, and you put the next row on. That's how this is.
And you were thinking about poncho making. I don't know who she's talking about.
I gotta figure out. I may have to. Yes, I was thinking about poncho making. I haven't looked that up yet, but I will. So what's going to end up happening is I take that first yarn, the second one I put on, and now I'm going to wrap every single one of these again. Let's see. There we go. I figured it out. Nancy.
Awesome.
Look at this.
How are they sitting down? My phone. If it's delays anytime I'm on my phone in a chat, I have to exit out, go back in.
Let me see if I can show you how I do that. Is I put my thumb in here, I bring the lead. See, I bring the lead over, and then I flip my finger over there.
Go a little bit. There you go.
And then I pull it. And that makes that knot. Because of usually when I do this.
You're out of the camera. Come back over.
Oh, I'm coming back over. I'm just moving that thing there. There we go.
People see me move to them. I'm like, come on, look, move.
And in fact, let me see if I can do that. Okay, there we go. And then now, remember the ones that didn't have that thing in front? They do now. And you just hook these over. I think I figured out how to do this where the people can see.
Yeah, that camera angle is really good right there.
It's just learning where you need to do what you need to do.
All right, the hoop goes up.
That looks, see how it gets loose? Usually when I'm doing the hats with the brim on them, I take this one off on the first one. But because of this being different, I take it after I do the second row. Let me try that. I'm going up this time. it just kind of, I was talking to Nancy about this and I said, hey, why don't we just go live on your channel and then we'll get restream on my channel. And when I'm making something, I'll be able to show you guys. This is working out great.
Yes, it is. Off Grid World says she just looked at her blood work today, Rebecca, and her iron is low. She goes, no wonder I'm tired.
Yes.
Man, yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people, if you get pure black licorice, there's a lot of people that don't like black licorice. If you don't want to eat something like liver or something like that that gets you iron, of course, you can do spinach also. But black licorice has iron in it. The old-fashioned black licorice.
I didn't know that, Rebecca. I learn something new from Rebecca every single day.
My
more than
mother,
one.
my sister Marilyn, because of her different problems that she had, my parents would feed her black licorice. This sister of mine was like, she would go to the cup where my mother's onions were. She would cut that onion in half. She'd put the other half in a Ziploc bag, leave the skin on, and then she'd peel that other thing, and it was a thick piece of lemon or onion, and she ate it when she started getting a sore throat. She would eat an onion slice, and some of them made me cry. They weren't even making her cry.
I love raw onions, especially on hamburgers or hot dogs.
Oh, no, she ate it. She just ate it without anything. Just ate the onion.
I can do a purple onion that way. Or a white one. It depends.
She was doing a white and the yellows. I was like, and I'm guessing onions have vitamin C in them, don't they? So now since I have finished the second row, I remove this now. And that's going to be my drawstring for when I take this hat off. But you know what I'm going to do now? Now, most people would think you would wrap here on this peg. You have to bring it across to the first peg. This is the first peg, not that one. And then you just wrap it around again. And you just keep doing that for 100 rows.
I said my mom ate onions and hot peppers as she watched soap operas. I had an uncle. He sit there and get a jar of jalapenos, the hot jalapeno, and just eat the whole thing. Never bothered him.
There we go. I'm just trying to figure out where I need to be.
Lisa
I'm Money Pit Homestead.
She goes, I'm looming on a small 12-peg loom, making hearts as I'm watching your live. Oh, that is awesome.
That is so awesome. This is just the sweetest thing, but I want to work on. I made this hat. Started this hat today and finished it. Started it this morning and now it's finished. So you guys are going to get to have a beautiful sneak peek. Now, Nancy.
Yeah, yes.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to take that one down because I'm not going to be doing it up here. Okay.
I don't like that one.
Now, bring this back. You guys are going to watch me crochet the blanket for Tony and Joni.
So while she's getting that together, I'm going to show you what I'm working on. All right. So this is like a front panel. This will be a sleeve when it's folded over. This is the other front panel, and this is the back panel. So I'm making me a sweater. That's my goal. So like this will be the back, and then you have the sleeves, and they'll button up in the front. We'll see how that goes. But that's what I've been working on and trying to get this done. Because now since I can hold my yarn.
I didn't have enough stitch markers. So you want to know what I'm using on this blanket? Zip ties. And yes, they can be removed because I went through the other way.
Oh, there goes fire engines down the road. Yep, right on time. Right around this time every night. It's like, what in the world?
Tony and Joni have a king size bed. So you can see how big this thing is.
Howdy, how you doing?
Let's see here. There we go. Set that up there. I'm going to put this over here on the TV tray and turn this sideways so that this doesn't get on the floor.
Decided to be active outside tonight.
Got to just figure out how to end up doing this. There's 194 stitches on this, and you see where I'm getting close. Now I'll pull this up here.
Oh, cool, Heather. Heather says she realized she remembered she had some looms.
Off-Grid World says I'm a Lori 3.
All right, now we have two Loris. Actually, all right, Lori Purple for Heaven. Lori is Off-Grid World, and there's another Lori. Lori's World, and then there's another Lori. Oh my goodness. I can't think of her name. Oh, thank you, Heather. I like that teal color too. And unfortunately, it's the Joanne's big twist, and I would get those colors. That
as you can see, this yarn is a little bit smaller than this one. This one here, I picked up from Walmart.
Thank you, Lisa. Rowdy is a Lori too, so that's 5 Loris. Hey, that's easy to remember now.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm gonna
what a Nightbot do?
So what I'm doing is just a double crochet.
Yeah, see, I've always wanted. Every time I've gone into the craft stores, I've seen all those looms. I would stare at them for years. I've stared at them, and I would sit there talk myself out of them, saying, "Oh, I don't know why I was thinking that's too hard. I can't learn that. Whatever, you talk yourself out of things." But then I finally got that square one I showed y'all to make socks. Well, I put it to the side because I was doing other things, and then my hands. And then, had that cleared up, then the carpal tunnel. So I was like, okay, It's time not to put it off
How
no
do you
more.
how do you like how do you like that? That it is a blanket yarn, and it is very soft, but as you can see how thick this is going to be, trust me, Tony and Joni are going to be staying very warm. I don't even know if they're going to be able to have any other blankets on top of them. Hi, Kevin. So I figured I do something different after making that hat and showing you how it gets started.
All right. I'm trying to see where it's going to show because if it's going to be in the way, I'm not going to put the. I think it is. So.
What?
Oh, it goes away. When people in the chat. Oh, that's my hip. Okay. There it goes. Okay. Does it go away when I not hover over it? Hey, Kevin. Woohoo! Too bad chat in the house.
I think this is the first time I've crocheted on a live.
And that's technology is supposed to be easier, not harder. I don't even know. See if it's showing.
He did a whole bunch of apps.
Oh my goodness. I have to play around with this because it's not driving me nuts, but just irritating.
The one from Christy is still up there.
It's changing. It's taking its time.
Oh, okay.
Oh goodness. Because I'm looking on the YouTube side on my phone. Goodness. Okay, there it goes. We're gonna play around with this one night and just look at all the bells and whistles that come with this. Because like on the EvuMux, you have sound that comes with that. So you can do that, and the drum and stuff. Well, Restream has music too, but I think it's on the paid side. Hey, Kim, how's Rita's chat going?
Hi, Cam. Not very often, do you?
And there's Christy Betts.
Yeah, Christy and Peaceful Des is.
Well, there's Daz. So, and then you have this little pink thing on there that you can do also. So, I don't know if that's on the paid version or not. So, I'm just like, well, I'll just look at all those stuff. But like I said, StreamYard has their advantages, Restream has their advantages, and EvuMux has their advantages. And all of them have their disadvantages. So, I just say, try them all out. That way, if you run out of time on one, you can use the others. Just an idea. So, but yeah. And then today. I got my seeds out to start. I planted. There's 2 green planters in the front.
Oh my!
Just
Christy Bet says it was very hot without electricity here today.
Oh no!
I bet it was.
Yes. Yeah, because it was 70. It was supposed to be only like 70. It got to like 72 or so here. So I got cayenne peppers with lavender in one bucket and banana peppers with calendula in the other one out front. So we're gonna see how that goes. But the ones are companion plant because I do it in containers. So that's what I was doing today, writing down what kind of like cucumbers go with something, and then like this one says the big black container. I know what that it'd be: cucumbers, onions, and oregano. I mean, because the thing is huge around, so I'm like, I know I can fit some things in there and things that would help each other grow.
Yes, that is a really good idea, Des. Break your trip up. She's now in Louisiana.
Oh, cool.
So driving back from Texas, and yes, break definitely break it up.
Yes, indeed. That's what I always did. Yeah, I no way I could drive all the way through at night. Well, now we have two drivers, but when it was just me, we stopped. It's like when we were moving to Missouri, we left at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then made stops along the way. But by 9 o'clock or so, I was like ready to, let's get a hotel and sleep because I was like, I can't do that anymore. Stay up and do that. Lisa said, Nancy, I planted some tomatoes and peppers and I started tray today. All right. Yeah. I did the paper towel method with the with the peppers and everything. Oh my goodness. And they sprouted. I was like, okay, gotta get them in the thing. And it rained some today. I've got a yellow tomato I'm going to try because I want to see how that. Uh, hey, Brandon, thank you. Happy Easter. Say,
Hi, Brandon.
I got, yeah, look, next Sunday. Yeah, actually.
Hi, Marianne Bimler. Thank you for coming. I am crocheting a blanket for Tony and Joni.
Hi, Marianne. How are you doing?
So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah, the 20th is Easter. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter, everyone. So what I do is I take these zip ties, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I don't have enough to go over, with all the way across this. I'm just making sure that, see how I did that? That's what I've been doing. Just
And there you go.
using these zip ties as my stitch markers.
Yeah, it's a yellow pear tomato, and I know that it said, and this is what I was looking up. It said asparagus can be a companion plant with that, um, like thyme or basil. Um, I have it written down, but that's what I try to do because at least those big ones, because I've got those whiskey barrel ones. I mean, I can really get that going and put it together. So, and I'll be doing video this week for, so I will, yeah, for whatever collab I'm in for gardening. I'll just put every single one and everything and show y'all what soil I got this year. I really like it. It's $35 for a 2 cubic feet of soil, and I got 2 bags. I still could get one more and still could fill up those other containers. I'm just like, not yet. Maybe later. No. And then, it's like I really see a difference. So I really believe that this year I'm going to have a lot of things. I still need to get my evening primrose seeds. And then one thing I love, if y'all have never planted okra, oh my goodness, that is one of the beautiful flowers I've ever seen. You're going tomato crazy as well. Well, they say the yellow tomatoes and orange tomatoes don't have as much acidity as the red tomatoes. That's why I want to try and see if how that works, because I'm going to the allergist Thursday. I want to show y'all what happened to my eyes, and they were so nice. It was okay Friday and everything. I know what I ate over the weekend, but now it's like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh, no. So y'all just pray that this other allergist will listen and do every single test there is. As it's definitely something I'm eating. And it'd be pretty bad if it's peppers, because I got those peppers planted, but that's okay. I can paste my other channel link, Nancy. Go right ahead. You can or cannot? You should be able to. Oh, can I paste?
Found some doctor
Sorry.
seeds from last year. Was excited. Wow.
Yeah, instead of buying Mama Ray's, I bought some of her pansies so she can enjoy her Mother's Day gift for months. Awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, that I'm also got I have them right here. Because I got them from Mary C's. The toothache plant, Bells of Ireland, and lupine I'm going to plant out here in the front. Because I got a nice big spot now that I can just, and I had some sunflower seeds I had out there. And I don't see anything yet because I sprouted those on the paper towel. So I might just go ahead and and I still got a whole bunch of things aside sunflower seeds and just direct sow. I just like direct sowing because to me it's easier.
Just gonna push this over here. Bring my keyboard back. I want to see what my weather says.
Yeah. See, that's my son. See, I still have a lot of sunflower seeds, and these are not the ones that I grew last year with that big sunflower seed. Those seeds are in storage. So I buy some more. If y'all hear this family upstairs having a good time, Anastasia and her dad.
There we go.
In Henderson, it is 70 degrees. See, that's like us. It's still 61 degrees outside.
Get that back over there.
Oh, yeah, hibiscus. Now, I forgot what flower I want from Luann.
Oh my gosh. Money Pit Homestead says, friends, I need to call it a night watching my 2-year-old grandson tomorrow.
Oh, that's adorable. You have a wonderful night, Lisa.
Hi, Wanda Henry. Great to see you.
Wanda. Kim, I don't think you have to put a exclamation point. I think it's just weather and then your zip code. All right, let's see here.
Yes, that is correct. Some of them have an exclamation point, and
I know some do and some don't. All right, let's see here. Let me find. Daylily. That's what I want. I want a daylily and quilt books. So yeah, so that daylily I will plant out front too.
see you later, Brandon.
Brandon. So I'm super excited because the seeds that I sprouted from was from Sarah's seeds, Mary heirloom seeds, and some seeds that Rebecca sent me that were Baker Creek, and I'm like, they like totally different than the seeds last year, and they were seeds from the same people, well, not Sarah seeds, but Mary, and then Vineyard Chicks Homestead. I got their seeds. I'm gonna do some onions, and then trying to remember. Just ran a M.I. Gardner, and I really believe it was the soil, but I don't know. These seeds, it's like, whoo, really sprouting. Night, Christy. Have a good night.
Good night, Christy. What are we up to this evening? I am crocheting. I'll show the hats in a bit. I'm crocheting a blanket for Tony and Joni. And I'm using zip ties as stitch markers. So I'm making sure that I get 194 stitches across this thing. That's why I'm using these zip ties backwards to make sure that I get every stitch that I need to get, so I don't keep adding more than I need to. Let me set this down for a little bit, and I'll show you the hats that I finished tonight. Okay, I just hit my mouse. Let's see here. Now you're going to stay there. Good. So I wanted to see what it would feel like, and you can see that this is a lot thinner than the one I have down here. This is a single strand of this, and it has all these different colors in it. So the thing that's nice about these ones is you can put a pom-pom on it, and these are reversible. So you can change the color of this to a different color. Then you can take it back the other way. I think that is just so beautiful. As you can see where my hand is, you can see my hand in there. So this one is a lot thinner, that if someone isn't in such a cold climate, they'll still be able to wear this. And then I made the decision to put these two balls together. And this is a hat that I did today. So you got that. Now you're going to see that I haven't put the string in yet. See, these strings aren't in yet, but this one is a little bit, as you can see, is a little bit thicker. And this is a very pretty color, but you can, with this type, you can change how the hat is. Now, when I was doing the stitches, as you can see, this one, those two colors came together, which is the same. So that's that's the two hats that I finished. That one I finished yesterday, and this one I finished today and started today. Now I'm working on their blanket.
I'm looking for that link, Lori. Oh, okay, there you go. And it can scroll up. All right, Amy, your where's our link?
Wow, we've already been an hour.
Yes.
I just looked up there. I don't know how much longer you want to go
And we can go as long as you want to go.
until I finish this row.
You can do, yeah.
There's a lot to do on this.
So my other sleeve on my sweater will be this color. This like a muted mauve color, which which goes well with this because I had to like try to match something so it'll be because I don't have any more of the solid and I don't have any more of the variegated because it was all from Joanne. So I'm like, I'll just match some stuff together. No, I didn't find it, Lori.
Thank you, Wanda.
How big will it be, Rebecca?
It's for a king size bed. So this is not a California king. This is a king size.
I found it, Lori.
Wanda says, hi, Ronald.
Hi, Wanda. Hi, Wanda.
Where's my bro? I don't. There he's directly behind me. I'll do this. Then you can see him. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, so that was my whole day. Please remind me to. Okay, I'll write that down.
Always.
That's junk mail. And see, here's my big thing of notes. And I Google and then go to like several different websites and everything. So I also found out sweet corn that Rebecca sent me. And I was like, oh my goodness. You could plant beans, peas, cucumbers, summer squash, zucchini, winter squash, pumpkins, lettuce, tomatoes, dill, nasturtium, garlic, fennel, avocado, blueberries, celery, ginger, jicama, lime, mushroom, potato, peach, nectar, pumpkin, radish, rocket, shallots, spring onion, sugar snap peas, and sweet potatoes with corn. And I was like, oh, I have some of that. I've got the fennel and I've got the sugar snap peas. I don't know how well those would go together, but I'm like, so I'll plant 2 or 3, depends on what size container it is, together for it to, help each other out. So it takes, so if y'all don't see me around on the YouTube channels, YouTube streets, I'm doing some research here in the back. Now, next week we'll go on next 2 Monday nights will be on Rebekah's channel. So that will be the 21st and the 28th. So back on my channel in May, I will have an announcement. But you gotta wait and see.
The color of this is so pretty.
Made my notes. The thing is to remember I made a note.
Thank you, Jane Doe.
It's a carrot. Hey Misha, how you doing? So if I've been like watching videos of people's channels and everything, it's because I've been crocheting and I got like 4 or 5 tabs up with the C's, making those notes and everything of, companion planning and all, and then just oh, doing day-to-day, things. And like I said, showed y'all was the stuff I've been crocheting. So sometimes I'll be watching and not even make a comment. I was like, whoops, I forgot to say hello. Well, at least let you know I'm there watching or something or another. But, because when you're crocheting, like if you like Rebecca, you're sitting there crocheting, you got to put this down, type hello, you pick it back up, and the next thing is everybody's saying hello to you. So you put it back down, say hello to everybody, pick it back up. And then somebody will ask you a question, you put it back down, you type, and you pick it back up. Or then the phone goes. Then the texting goes. And I'm like, okay, so put it down, pick this back up. That's the same old routine. I'm just like, okay.
Thank you, Ace.
That's how come my projects kind of take a little bit longer to get done. Because Rebecca will be sitting there, and we're talking, we'll meet. She's not good. I'm pushing this button, that button. She's just looking. I said, don't even worry about it. Texting and stuff. And then she'll hear the notification go off, and I'm like, oh, I guess I missed something.
See, I've now got a holder that I
Lordy.
picked up at Menards for my phone, and I just sit it somewhere so Nancy and I can talk on the phone. I did find out something with this phone. You can't have the case on it to charge it, so you have to remove the case. That's what, because it had went down further, and I'm like, what in the heck?
So, yeah, and then I can show y'all a picture. Oh, come on. There we go.
2, 4, 6.
That's a soil that I got. And that's 2 cubic feet. Well, from Amazon it's $35, and yes, other places is less expensive. But with everything going on this month and everything, it's like I'll just order it. It's just easier for me to order it. It'd be delivered here.
Nancy,
And everything. Yes.
why don't you make yourself bigger? I think everybody can see me. Oh, look at what we've got there. Do you see someone?
No, I don't see someone.
BB.
Oh, you're talking about the kitty.
I'm talking about the
kitty. So I really like that soil.
He's looking at me. Why is Nightbot doing that? It's because she's programmed it.
Yeah, something I done programmed Nightbot to do. What's it doing? I don't have the ticker going across here at the bottom like it does on StreamYard and the other one because I forgot how to work restream. I really did. We were trying to figure it out before we started, and I looked. I was like, "No, no, no." I'm like, "Forget it." I said, "When we have time, I'll look at it again." So there you go. So I don't have the ticker thing going across. Yeah, and then how that goes. Now they all have advantages and disadvantages and blah 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 blah. So
I'm trying to figure out what state is Ace in. Morril. Morrilton? Morrilton? Never heard of that.
that's the city. It doesn't say the state. It'll tell you the city.
Yeah. Morrilton?
Marlton. It's a temperature of 72. And 35 to 2 degrees. So where Wanda's at, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold where Wanda's at. But that's good to grow cabbages and spinach and lettuce and broccoli. Arkansas. I've been through Arkansas.
I'm trying to think, am I going to be going through Arkansas, the corner?
Well, that depends on which you can go. I guess you can go down and across.
Okay, turn on the location. Type maps.
Oh, let's see here. I don't think so. I think if you would just go straight down. I'm not even going to look at highways or anything. I just got a generic map up. Because you would just go straight down and then get to wherever it goes down to Oklahoma.
No tolls.
Right.
Yes, I skirt through the corner of Arkansas.
Oh, yes. I believe it's warm for 35 degrees up there because we've had that polar vortex come down quite a few times when it's like 10 degrees here and the negative is like negative 10, whatever. When we go, it's 30 degrees. And that's not even that freezing. It's like a warm front.
Yes, it does take me through the corner of
Okay.
Arkansas.
I don't know if it did or didn't. Now, the one I was looking at, it wouldn't let me expand it anymore.
So I always turn off my location. I don't leave it on.
Okay. So it's blessing time. What were you blessed with last week, Rebecca? Or is it this week? No, last week.
Last week. I was blessed with some seeds from Luann of Black
Very
Berry
well.
Rock Homestead. And some of the seeds, she sent me 2 packages of nasturtiums that I'm going to be sending 1 package to Nancy. And she sent 2 packages of something else that I'm going to be sending 1 to Nancy. And there was some habaneros. I'm not growing habaneros. Nope. Not going to happen. No way.
What about your car?
Oh, my car got licensed. Let me tell you a little story about the license bureau. Wednesday, I got the tie rods and the hub or the bearing put on the car on the left side. Got it aligned and drove it out to the place that I had gotten the inspection, gave them the papers. They checked out those 2 items that needed to be done. And then I drove out to the one on south side of town. Not very happy with that place. I probably won't go back again. I'm guessing because they are independent people. They work for the state, but they don't. Each place has its own, we're figuring has its own rules. I'm transferring license plates from one vehicle to another one. He informed me, and this may be their policy at this place, he informed me that I had to have my title before he could do that. So, of course, the next day, I'm upset, that I'm not getting to put these plates on my car. And I call my brother up. And being the optimist that he is, he says, this will get done. Right, brother?
I told you to go to the other one.
He told me to, he says, Thursday I was going to go over there, but I wasn't feeling up to it. So Friday, I drive over to the one that's closer to us because where I was closer to that license bureau than I was to the one where I live closer. So I go there and I basically told Ronald, I says, I'm not taking that paperwork that guy gave me in there at all. And I didn't.
And you weren't going to tell them, but
and I wasn't going to tell them. And basically she says, yeah, these plates can be transferred. She did ask if I had gotten my title, and I got a little worried. And I says, no, I haven't yet. And I says, are we going to be able to transfer these plates? And she says, yes. So I let her get through that, find out how much it cost. I went ahead, and because my plates get renewed this year in September because they are handicap plates, they went ahead and re-upped those, because what my state does here in Missouri is they do all even cars together on an even year. All odd cars are done on odd years. And because of the vehicle I took them off of, it was an odd year car. Now I have an even year car. So my license plates are already renewed until 2026. And they're on my car. And then I told her the story about what happened out there. And
Okay, Wanda.
that's what.
Yeah. And what did she say?
She said she says that makes no sense what he told you. No sense. None. So I did finally tell her after she says, "Oh, yes, we can transfer these plates." And I told her, I says, they wouldn't let me do it because I didn't have my title. She says, "You don't have to have your title." I don't know what it was. My brother, he has his own theories. I'm not going to guess why this young man wouldn't transfer my plates because they were my plates. He wouldn't do it.
He was just lazy. But I have other theories that I can't.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, fine. So, but it got taken care of, and I'm still waiting on my title for the car. And I called the state. I got the phone number for the state agency, and she put a rush on the title, to get it to me quicker. But it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just need those plates on your car. That's what was the big thing.
Plates put on my car. Transfer them to this car. But it's gotten done. License plates.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Lori.
What?
He didn't know what he was doing. Probably not.
My brother thinks he's prejudiced against women. That's what he thought.
Possibly.
That you thought that would be their policies, probably.
It could be that places the people that own that establishment. That may be their policy. But it's not the policy of the one that's closer to me. Hi, Gladys.
Hey, Gladys, how you doing? Yeah. Like I told Rebecca, what I would say, I can't say on that, but yeah, he didn't want to do his job, and yes, there's some of them that they are outsourced through the state, but there are certain rules that the state has that they all of them have to do. So, but yeah. Becca has plates on her car.
Yes, I do. And I picked up the cover plates. I have plastic clear cover plates over my license because there are people that like to peel off your stickers on your plates. So I put a clear thing over the front and the back license plates on my car. It's a little bit harder to get to them.
Oh, I know. I never had the sticker tape peeled off by my ex-husband, then take the plates off of my car once. That was a mess. He got in trouble because he tried to turn them into the DMV and his name wasn't on the car no more. So I was like, oops. What goes around comes around.
You see that big stitch? That's the middle. I put that big stitch marker right there. That's the middle of this. Yeah, it really is a good idea.
Good world. Okay, Anastasia usually is up tomorrow. She has her math state test, so y'all pray that she does stays calm and everything. She gets through it, okay?
And thank you, Kim, for your little gift.
Yeah, that was something because she got that morning and she goes, well, they're going to go to the place.
In fact, to renew the car was $38. $38. And to fill the car was $30.
So that's what I told her. I said, the Lord knows. The Lord knows. I said, he's never late and he's never early. He's never late. He's right on time. And things get sent out right on time and everything.
So the car is going into the mechanic on Wednesday. Ronald's got an appointment, and then we'll drive the car over there after the appointment, and I'll talk to our neighbor to come and get us, and the valve covers will be stopped leaking on this motor.
There you go. That's awesome.
And then I've got to start packing for 10 Keller. Because we're going. I will be there with my brother.
That's right.
2, 4, 5.
Okay. So I keep saying I'm gonna make a separate video about this, and I keep forgetting. So what I might do is go back and cut this section out and make a short of it. I think I've told y'all. Okay, so back in December, Joy and Donnie, Smoking Mountain Blast, did a 5K. They got to 5K subscribers, and they did a giveaway. And to figure out who would win, you'd comment on their videos and everything.
Kim, the Subaru is gone. This is a Toyota Avalon car. The Subaru had other problems besides the transmission. It was leaking antifreeze not into the block, but outside of the motor down the side. I did not have $1,500 to fix that. Even after I put the transmission in, then I was going to have to do that. And I was like, nope. So I let the car go. The guy that bought it from me, the guy that's going to be doing the mechanic work on my other car, what I got was a 98 Toyota Avalon. That's what I have now. And trust me, I can get in and out of this car a whole lot better than I could that Subaru. I had lots of problems in getting into the Subaru, getting out of the Subaru with my knees. Yeah, I am glad I got something else too, because this car is so nice. So nice.
Oh, yeah.
You know? 2, 4, 6.
Amen.
10.
Yeah. So what she did, she did YouTube pick or some another, and then she put our names on the wheel and stuff. So 2 people won. Cynthia from Cynthia's Crafts and More, and I won. So May 19th through May 22nd, I will be going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. They've already paid for the hotel room. I'll pay for my bus fare and my food. But get to go see Joy and Donnie from Smoking Mountain Blast. They got Team Jesus Ministries and Donnie's Artist Storyteller Donnie. And then Nature Loves AMSR. That's their 4 channels. So I was like, I haven't been on a vacation in a very long time. So I'm excited and nervous at the same time, because that's the first time, my first time riding a bus by myself. The other time I was rode a bus was with my senior class, and we went to Scroon Lake, New York. So that was the people I know. But I'm riding a bus with people I don't know. But that's okay. Y'all already know. I'm a talker. My dad said, you never talk to a stranger. I said, what do you mean? He goes, you'll talk to anybody. Like, oh, yeah, I guess that's who I am. I could be standing in line at the grocery store and just strike up a conversation with somebody. And like, do you know that person now? They look like they need somebody to talk to. So that's what I do. So I am looking forward to that. That's what the making the sweater is for. And I've got some I got things all right. I just need to get me a like a I don't know, like a duffel bag type thing because I don't have a suitcase, but I'll get that next month and everything. So it's just super exciting to be able to go down there and see because my thing was I was going to save up money this year and then rent a car and go around to different places to meet people and see people. That's expensive. Well, I could take that money and take a bus, you know, now like the bus from here to Tennessee.
Wanda asked some questions.
All right.
When you in our country here, when you buy a new car, you have to register it in your name. So that's only one time. But we do have to have insurance on our vehicles. Always. You know, there'll be people that I do know that will get insurance and then they'll cancel it after they've gotten their license plates. But trust me, they get in big trouble. They do.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually, they do.
So
I think it's required United States wide. You have to have insurance on your car.
yeah, it's either show that you have proof of insurance or you pay $500 to the DMV, BMV, what's it called, Bureau of Motor Vehicles here. So wherever it's at in the United States yet, it's $500 for because you're under under insurance or under insurance, no insurance, whatever. If you don't have insurance, like you might as well take that $500 and get insurance on your car. You know. So that's always been a puzzle to me. Why pay $500 up front when you have a title? You know, get your car when you can take that 500 and have insurance on your car. You know, that didn't make any sense. Oh, I know, but I'm so excited because I'm just sitting here. I'm like, okay, I could get this, and this done, and I'm thinking of what pants I have, what clothes I already have. I did get me another shirt. That's so funny because I won on Temu playing those games. I won me a brand new coat and a shirt. And I'm like, oh, I got to make a video about that. And I was like, it's supposed to be cold again. I'm like, I got that coat just in time. Because today was 71. Tomorrow is going to be 49. Our low is 47. The high tomorrow is 49. Then the low is 37. Then it goes 53 Wednesday, 34 Wednesday night. Thursday is 63. High is 63. So it's going to be 10 o'clock in the morning to go to the doctor's office. It's going to be cold. I was like, woohoo, I got that coat just in time. And yes, I'll do a video.
Every year is 106 registration, and then we have to inspect every year. Here in Missouri, we used to do inspections every year, but now they're doing it you can inspect it, and that registration is good. That inspection is good for 2 years now. But I'm not sure if I will be able to renew with this inspection. With the inspection slip that I have now, I've already renewed those plates for 2026. I am thinking that I'm probably in 2026 in September is when I'm supposed to. I don't do it in September. I do it the month before. I do it in August. I will do the inspection in August instead of September to see if there is anything wrong with the car that I have to get worked on. That inspection is good for 2 months. So if I went it at the end of July, I could get the car inspected in July and then have it at the beginning of September to license the car. To renew the 2-year plates.
Awesome.
And then you just I'll have to take off those covers and put the stickers on those plates.
I didn't know Anna Green Gables was filmed in Canada. That is so cool. I think I've read one of those books. Anna Green Gables. I think I've read one. And I'm just like, but Joy said we had frost on my bug at the hotel over the weekend. It was so cold. Good you got a jacket. I've been quietly playing both channels, but I got the cape. This is what I'm making a sweater. So this is the back. This is one front. So this would be like on this side. Then you have like on this side. So the front and those two fronts will be like this. Or maybe like this. So like, it will close. I'm going to try to put buttons on here. So button up. And this gets folded over into a sleeve and put sewn here too. So this is what I've been working on and everything. So when I went to the orthopedic and he gave me that cortisone shot, which I told him I didn't want.
Hi, Lulu.
Hey, Lulu, that's Cindy. So yes, it has helped my finger, but I think I got another blood clot. So I'll be going to the doctor's. Insurance is crazy, but to do a scan, ultrasound on my left leg again. So, oh well. That way I can tell the doctor I told you so.
I need to do a live so people can see my car. I said I was going to go live on the iPad.
Nice.
Sit it somewhere so you guys could see me try something that I know what is going to happen, but I'm still going to do it. You take a lemon, and baking soda, and you scrub it on your plastic headlights. Put your guess in. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think it will clean up my headlights a little bit? Or a whole lot? Do a little poll in here.
Exactly. Right. Let's see here. I said we're going to have to play around with the features because I know I can see it on the EV Bucks how to put the poll there, but here, no. You got that right, Joy, because I want a steak.
I really never thought about using zip ties for stitch markers. But it is working.
I mean, I can hover over it, but it don't show me what it does. Unless I click on it. Sorry, I got the hiccups.
Well, I seen it as a short on YouTube. Someone doing this with their plastic headlights and things like that. So I figured, hey, why don't I try it and see what happens? I kind of like, I honestly think that it will probably take some of the yellowing. Oh, look what Smoky Mountain did.
Joy. She's so sweet. All right, Wanda. Okay. Lori off grid world. I had a cortisone shot in my hip because that's what the other orthopedic kept pushing. And I didn't. If I knew what he was going to use, I would have said no. He used Kenalog 40, but he didn't tell me the dose or anything. And I found out by looking through my own medical records. Oh, yeah. 10 days later, I ended up with blood clot behind my knee. That one I knew. And this one feels the same way, but I can feel it when it's not behind my knee. So I don't know where it goes. And then when it is behind my knee, so it's like, okay, you're playing hide and seek. So I have to go to the hospital when it's actually behind my knee. Because then I can go right now, and they're going to sit there and say they ain't going to find nothing. And it's like, it hurts, So it's like playing cat and mouse. So I'm just like, yeah, no. After this time, no more of that. So yes, Kenalog 40 steroid shots can cause those things. But it did for me. Let's put it this way. It did for me. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV.
A lot. I had one once in my back. It almost killed me.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it can. You got to be careful. So I've been doing cayenne pepper because that's a natural blood thinner, and so is ginger. So I've been making ginger tea and made my own capsules. So I'm just like, So then I was like, my eyes is something I'm eating. Was fine. Friday, they're healing up nice. Even last week on a video, I have makeup on again. I don't know what I ate Friday, Saturday, or whatever, but I woke up this morning, I'm like, something's not right. Both of them were swollen. The wrist stuff is bad, and I have a patch here and a patch. I'm like, Thank you, Lord. I'm going to that new allergist this week. Because, And then here's something funny. It's back on my chart, my online, for me to go get the blood work done for the soy allergy test. So you just have to wait till I'm ready. When I have time to go up there and have it done. Because I was like, yeah. And then, you're going to have to wait for me. Because that girl messed up. And I know her name. But so I'm going to see this time she gets it right. Lori, I've stopped using this all started back in August when I started eating the regular beef and bacon again and everything and then connect it. But it's still something else that I'm consuming that's doing it. So, hi, Donnie.
Hi, Donnie.
I love you.
Teresa, what I'm working on is a blanket for Tony and Joni at Creekside Maples and Chronicles. And it's a king size. So I just got started on this. I'm going to be putting this whole ball in this area. So I've still got a lot to go.
Yeah. I stopped everything in the end of December. Because if y'all go back and watch the one where I did the phyllo dough with, that was pork sausage. I still couldn't put two together yet. And then a couple of days later, I just had the pork sausage by itself, and it was bad. I was like, because it was doing the same thing my hands did. I'm like, okay, so this is January, February, March, April. It's taking me that long to sit there and try to clean my system out again. Finally got to where my eyes were smooth. This one was really good. This one was just about there. And then I woke up, my eyes watering and everything. And like, oh, they hurt. Think of a bad sunburn. Not like a second degree. Well, almost not like a second degree, but almost between a first and second degree sunburn, but on your eyes. And it's like, I woke up, I'm like, you're kidding me.
You know what I'm gonna do, Nancy? I think I'm gonna lay this up here and bring up that other
Okay.
camera. Now let's go here.
So,
Extra
yeah,
camera.
it's just irritating because the other allergist, she didn't want to do it, the prick test and everything. Well, we did 70 on the last time. I'm like, well, do the
Okay.
rest of them.
Someone was saying they were having a hard time seeing this. That one is
Right.
down there now. If you want to bring that other one up.
Oh, let me find it. There we go. I got to click on the people sign.
You want to switch it?
I go back. Let's click on that button. Hold on. I clicked on the wrong one.
Just got to pull it over.
Yep, I forgot. I just
And drop it over.
Drag and drop.
Drag and drop. There we go.
4, 3, 2, 1. There we go.
This is all double crochet, and you can see that this one is a lot more puffy than this one is. This is a 5, and this is a 6.
Okay.
But I have other colors. I have blue that will be part of this, and then I also have brown that's going to be part of this. That's what. So, but yeah, it's just nothing but double crochets. So that kind of gives you what I'm doing here, so you can see that a lot better now. And trust me, this is so soft. So very. I mean, it's blanket yarn. But there we are. Now,
Yeah, it's restream that we're doing that on, Joy. Yeah, look, Cindy, it's just aggravating. I'm just like, but this allergist I looked up, he actually is more involved about alpha gal than the other allergist I went to. So it's a new patient type thing, and then what are you doing?
I'm just getting rid of it.
Why?
There we go. 2 hours. Ow, I can't believe we've been on almost 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I thought I'd, help everybody to be able to see this. This thing is going to be very warm. I kind of think of, where they're at in the eastern part of Canada. They need a blanket this warm.
Oh yeah, definitely. Turn my heating pad back on. Oh, my back. So that's what I was telling y'all about my eyes, because that's why, y'all see me doing this. I'm not crying, because my eyes are watering And I don't know why. It's this, yes, I have grass allergies, but they're low. It's not enough to be doing this. And the pollen, as far as like tree pollen and everything, was all zero. I didn't have any of that. So it's not pollen in the air or anything that's doing it. Makeup, I haven't worn makeup in months. I would put it on every once in a while, and then when my eyes would get like almost like I didn't wear makeup, I stopped putting those. I had my castor oil stuff I made, all natural stuff. I stopped all that. I stopped my vitamins because I couldn't figure out what was going on. And after Christmas, that's what happened. And I'm just like, oh, you're kidding me. Because she did do the prick test and she did the blood work, but I wasn't having any flares. I hadn't had red meat in 2 years and any pork or anything like that in 2 years. So, it says it can go in remission and then come back out. So, but this doctor, he's actually, because when I looked him up, he really does a lot with alpha gal. So, I will let y'all know what I find out Thursday. Yes, it is, Lori. Yes. I told Rebecca one time I'll stop eating. But I love food too much. I know. I love food too much. Then I said I become vegan. Just forget it. Just eat plant-based. But I like chicken and they have turkey bacon and turkey sausage. So, you know. Yeah, and makeup don't it doesn't bother me, but then whenever I don't know. Probably had this for a long time and who knows. But I'm gonna find out because I'm going to insist that every single thing can be tested. It could be pesticides or something I'm eating that could be doing it. Because I just don't know. So that's like what I did with my heart. I kept pushing and pushing. Something's wrong, something's wrong. And that's when my doctor, he said, all right, start doing these tests to see what's going on. And finally, all right, I got to tell y'all something funny. So one night last week, I was up there with Anastasia, doing devotions, doing a little thing and saying goodnight and videos and different stuff. So she said something to me. I was explaining to her how the Lord takes care of us and how he provides for us and that, sometimes some things take longer. I said like it took 40 years for me to finally find a doctor to send me to the right cardiologist to put the pacemaker in and everything. I said, she goes, yeah. She goes, well, you told me that last year. I said, well, I'm 55. She goes, well, you told me that last year you were 55. I said, no, that when I was 54. I said, I'm 55 now. I just had my birthday a few weeks ago, March 28th. I'm telling Anastasia I am 55. So the couple of nights after, the couple of nights later and everything, I was sitting here thinking before I went back, that night to go up, and I'm just like, I think Anastasia's right. So I didn't say anything to Rebecca. I went upstairs, go up there and tell Anastasia good night, do her little thing and everything. And before we finished, I looked at her, I said, you're right. I said, I have to apologize to you. She goes, why? I said it because I wanted to deny to myself that I was 56 this year. She started laughing and I started laughing. I was like, well, I'll be 55 from now on. I was like, oh, I'm not that old. Some makeups.
We're only as old as we think we are. It's only a number.
Exactly. Yeah, some makeups. I mean, my son worked for a warehouse. It was actually it's called Shiseido's Bare Minerals. So he got a lot of stuff for free because they, Christmas and Thanksgiving, different times of the year, they gave out stuff to the employees. Like, we got the, top of the, one of the top brands out there. So, and I very rarely I only wear lipstick. Very rarely do I wear eye makeup anymore because seasonal allergies, my eyes water and, by the middle of the day, I don't know, wiped it all off or something. So, oh, thank you, Teresa. So it's like, I didn't, I've got videos that had makeup on and everything else, and it just never bothered my eyes. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's because the fibromyalgia is the peppers or whatever. Who knows? And I'm like, I can guess 100 million things until Thursday. So I'm just like, because I don't know, because I can eat peanuts. I eat peanut butter. I've made that. Okay. I tried making it's called knock your clothes off. I won't say the other word. Bars. Well, the girl that I got the Pinterest picture on, recipe is not the same thing. I'll do a video because I was so frustrated. I didn't want to show nobody. All right, I want to show you what she has on here. Oh, come on, where's that? All right. This is the picture that this lady shows. Looks awesome, right? Yeah. That's not her recipe. Let's see here. Is this one close to it? Yeah, this is the one that's close to what it actually looks like. Just like, but it's still good. But it's a peanut caramel sauce that's in the middle. So, is it peanut butter? Because that's been eating them. Anastasia's not the only one's been eating those. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Now my daughter-in-law, she found with that other one, the first picture I showed you, what it actually is. I've got to go back and look, get her to tell me again, so I can get the recipe. Because I want to make the first one. So yeah, because I always could eat peanut butter. Never had any problems eating peanut butter. Now, could it be peanut? Who knows? Because I'm just like so frustrated. But I do know red tomatoes and spaghetti sauce give me terrible heartburn. So I don't. When they have spaghetti, of course, I make mine with ground turkey burger, but I don't use tomato sauce anymore because it's like, or red tomato. So that's why I want to try the yellow tomato this year to see if there's a difference. But yeah, red tomato sauce, pizza sauce, whatever. Oh goodness, no, 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 no. So I know that I can't. Potatoes, unless I eat potatoes with something, I'm okay. But eating a potato by itself, I used to do that all the time. Like Wendy's potato, loaded potato, and all that good stuff. After an hour or so, I felt like I would be sick, and I'm just like, all I did was eat a potato. Oh my goodness, Teresa. Yeah, see, and I've got the a snack thing that I get. It's got cashews and almonds, pumpkin seeds, raisins, and something else. Cashews, almonds, raisins, pumpkin seeds, and one more. I'm trying to rack my brain. So I was like, could it be one of those? I don't know. Oh, it's just the four. Raisins, almonds, cashews, and pumpkin seeds. Yes. So could it be one of these things? I'm just like, this is getting like, I know. It's just weird how your body changes so much. And then especially from a tick bite. Y'all be careful. You know what? I don't think we'll have that many problems this year. As cold as it's been, and it's still getting, still cold in the east. But then it's going to flip flop again and be cold in the west when it warms up on this side. So, oh, exactly, Teresa. When they say every 7 years your body changes and all, I'm like, yeah, but what about stuff we've been eating for, 30, 40, 50 years, and all of a sudden now you can't eat it. So that's what I'm thinking. Could it be something like the pesticides or whatever that's, or preservative they put on there? Something's, oh no. Vanilla, lavender, see, I don't know. I know vanilla is good for, now this is my research. Vanilla is good for keeping mosquitoes away from you. Yeah, just be careful with those ticks. Oh my goodness.
I'm checking it because something was not quite right. So
Checking it.
I had this one on 9, which was telling me there was one extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Move it over 1.
Wow.
We got the same picture on each monitor. Because I went for being in it changes daily.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, Joy, and that's pretty interesting. I was saying, did you hear me singing? Checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Rebecca's making a blanket.
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Move it over 1.
And move it over 1. So that's our fun thing. That's what,
No, you're behind me.
No, I'm not. I'm here.
Oh,
He
he's on
moved.
the other side. I'm making sure that this is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ronald put up the ocean with fish, dolphins, and a shark.
Doo-doo. 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 No way, Teresa. No way. Well, for a long time, I was stuck with
Teresa?
30, 33, 30. Yeah.
Teresa, if that's your age, no. You ain't old. Mm-mm.
No way.
No way.
Now, I do have to agree that a lot of things in our gut has a lot to do with our health. I do know that. I've been researching a lot about that. So, but I'm still doing the low carbs for breakfast and no carbs for breakfast and no carbs for lunch. And then eating my dinner. And that's been working because my clothes are getting bigger. So I was like, yay.
Sometimes you just gotta recount.
That's right. Nobody's old. Like I said, I'm never getting old. I said that I've been saying it for a long time. When somebody tells me about my age, I was like, okay, it doesn't mean I'm old. Yeah, but I was 33 for a long time, and then I'm like, I'll just be 55 because I can't drive 55. I don't drive anyway, so it don't matter. I do have my driver's license. I'm not driving anywhere. My son does all the driving.
6, 8.
So it'd be like driving Miss Daisy. Because I get to sit in the back seat, with Anastasia, and I get to watch and look at all the stuff.
Teresa, you got that right, girl.
That's right.
Day over 29.
My body may say something else, and my mind says, nope, we're in your 30s. We'll leave it there.
Six, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I'm off by 1.
Oh, goodness.
Make sure I get this. So 1, 2, 3. 4,
We got an inspection this month, so as soon as they come in and check out the little things, I'll be back to sewing and everything. Yeah, because I've got to pull stuff out and then put it back in. Pull stuff out and put it back. And then I have to order batting and backing stuff back. That'd be in June and everything, so I can put stuff together. I saw something say, hey, driving Miss Daisy, driving Miss Joy.
Okay, everything is finished.
Awesome.
Except I still have this huge ball. This huge ball. Wow, we've gone over 2 hours. Wow.
Oh, that's fine. We've had fun.
Thank you, everyone, for coming and letting us make something really beautiful.
Exactly.
I am trying to figure out if I'm going to take this with me to 10 Killer. This thing's huge. And I'm kind of thinking not. Because trying to keep this off the ground where it don't get dirty, I don't.
Exactly.
This thing's huge. Because I don't know how wide I am here when I stretch my arms out.
Yes, it is. Definitely going to be fun.
Going to be huge, huge, huge. Huge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we already know about that.
I already made one California king. Now I'm going to make a king.
Now,
And then I'm going to make a queen. 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 And
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that could be a big problem, taking it there to work on it. I don't think I want to.
Yeah. Yeah, because that'd be hard trying to keep it off the ground.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it could be very problematic.
Exactly. So
Thank you everyone for your support. Next
thank
week,
y'all.
next week we will be on my channel. That's exactly true. Getting that thing dirty. Because yes, I do have a front loading wash machine, but I don't want to wash it. I want to let the people wash it themselves. Yeah. Just enjoy being there,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Exactly.
So true. But as you see, here's all the zip ties. I'll just keep moving them as I do this. The ones that are there, I will just count 10 and it'll end with 4 on the end. So it's 194 stitches across this thing. Yeah, that Jane Doe, I wanted to be able to show everybody how these turnaround hats are done. You know,
Exactly.
definitely going to be nice, and so you guys can see how I take the hats off and how I put them on, and my neck is telling me.
Yeah. I know. Thank y'all all for coming and for staying. Thank you for the TV watchers who watch and the replay watchers and everything. It is greatly appreciated. More than you know and everything. And just, I always, be on the YouTube streets again as soon as, you know, and eventually, if you don't see me there, I'm still in the background watching and everything. I'll, say hello and everything, you know. But it's time for me to get ready for bed because I'm sitting here yawning.
Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Next Monday will be on my channel, and I'm going to try to have restream set up. Thank you, Jane Doe. So that I can do some crocheting or making scrubbies where you guys can see what I'm doing.
Exactly.
It is so nice to be able to know that there is a platform that I will be able to have this camera up here on so you guys can see what I'm doing.
That's right.
Yeah, look at that ball. It's getting smaller. It's getting smaller. We love you.
That's
Bless
right. Go
you, everyone.
God bless. Stay safe. We love y'all. And we'll see you next week on Rebecca Touched by Yarn.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.